What's going on, guys? We are back yet again, and man, was this an episode for Power, since we didn't have it last week, but we definitely made up for it with this week. Season finale next week. I don't even know what's going to happen, but this episode, wow. Picking up right where we left off, and I'm just going to go by characters in this episode. Main one was Vic in this episode. After surviving the shootout, he is in the hospital. He's in constant replaying what happened to Gloria. Walter comes in saying, checking to see if he's okay. And then throughout the entirety of the episode, and him convincing Vic that it was the Serbians and Tommy set it up, he slowly starts believing him. And then when even he warns Claudia to come home, he even gets her believing that it was possibly Tommy. But we all know that it was not Tommy. He was trying to help. So all we know is throughout the episode, Tommy is going through a lot of shit because he does not know what is going on. He doesn't know what happens to Gloria until he actually talks to Claudia. He doesn't even know what happens to Vic until later on, where Claudia challenges Tommy, stating, were you behind this? And he's like, no. And he even says, who put you up to this? Your father? And he even says, check your sources. So now that we know that there's a possibility Walter had this set up, because I do believe he was going to set this up. I really firmly believe, because even Tommy and JP have it out at one point, because he pays JP money and JP wants to continue being in the organization, but he even said, after you pay off your debt, because he even said, this is helping me pay off my debt really quickly. And Liliana, she's, running drops and everything of that nature. And we see where Claudia's trying to hook up with another girl. And obviously that's when she gets called to go talk to her family. But he's going to tell him about DMAC. But at the same time, JP informs Tommy, even after he tries calling Kate again, the phone goes to a disconnected signal. And we see where he tells Tommy that he contacted Kate, and Tommy just loses it on him. Like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? You don't know what's going to happen now. And after all that, we even see that Tommy is not knowing what to do, because right now he does not know who to trust right now. Because right now the only one that he can, I would say that he can really trust is probably Liliana, because he even goes to her, well, she comes to him and says, hey, you alright? And he's like, no, not really, because we do see where even he goes to DMAC, and after giving him so much money, later on he does find out that Tommy is his uncle. Because when DMAC and his other friend that betrayed him go to the cousin that Gerard was doing business with, they show him that they're doing Dahlia as well. They get him a meet with Connect and just more of Dahlia, and then that way they'll be able to sell. And he says, okay, you bring me more bricks, then I'll meet with your Connect and we can talk business. So he tries telling Tommy. Tommy loses it, saying, you're being stupid, you can have time, but at the same time, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. And then there's going to be a problem within CBI as well, because Diamond hears where Gerard is definitely talking about overthrowing him, that he's just been playing along, waiting for his move. He's talking all kinds of crap. And then as soon as that happens, we see where he just Gerard, Diamond, he figures out, like, hey, not everything's all crazy, all good between us, like I thought. So we see a huge difference in Diamond, to where he does not want to make no moves. He's still seeing the reporter. And we see where Tommy is trying to get his help for what's going on with the Flynns, because now he knows he can't really trust Claudia, because Claudia, later on in the episode, she tries to talk to him again, but Tommy goes ahead and makes a deal with the Serbians, paying them money for soldiers because he knows something's going to happen. And then at the same time, he finds out who did the shot. He kills him. Obviously pays the head boss over $2.5 million. Then at the same time, Claudia sees it, goes back to her father. Walter brings out the Irish mob. like the OGs from Dublin. And this really brought back a lot of memories from Sons of Anarchy. It really did. Because if you guys ever saw Sons of Anarchy when they went to Dublin, if you guys don't remember that, if you guys never even watched it, there's a scene where they go there, and there was a lot of heavy hitters in that show. And we also see where the one that is the dirty cop, he gets more desperate for money even after the one that is blackmailing him to give him more money. If you don't have all my money by Friday, then everyone's going to know. So he unfortunately has no choice but to try to rob the barbershop that Diamond owns, and holds him at gunpoint. And he even gives him over 150 grand so that way he can help, because he even said, do you think I wanted this? Do you think this is the life that I wanted? So he's totally understanding that they came from different sides of growing up. At the same time, they all wanted the same thing, a good life at the end of the day. And unfortunately, they're not going to have that. So now Diamond knows I think Diamond right now is at a stage in his life where he doesn't want to go back to prison, but he also knows he can't trust his brother. He can't really trust no one at CBI right now because no one is loyal. Tommy, yes, he needs help. At the same time, I guess he feels the only reason why Tommy comes around is when he needs something. Vic is very... He's very gullible. He's very gullible because he believes almost everything that his dad tells him, and even Claudia is. But at the same time, with her seeing Tommy, that just made her decision to go back to Walter even further, because it won't shock me if she tries to say, hey, yes, I'm the one doing Dahlia. Because even Gerard finds out that Tommy is the one behind Dahlia after some of the ones that he's been working with comes and says, hey, guess what? Tommy, I found out Tommy's doing Dahlia. So, obviously, we're going to see Gerard try to take Dahlia from Tommy and from Claudia and everyone else. Because, again, right now, the only one that's really making moves with Dahlia is Tommy. Claudia is too held up with her family. She is too held up trying to do other things with the family. And now that Vic has been shot, obviously, we're trying to figure out what exactly is going to be Vic's next move. Because right now, he's going to want to kill Tommy. Because the way the episode ends is... he gets all the ones from Dublin in there, in the bar, and says, thank you for coming. We're going to take out all the ones in the Serbians, and we're going to kill Tommy Egan. And they were even shocked that Claudia was even allowed at the table. But even after everything, Walter wants her in there because he's finally realizing, I need my children around me. And he's basically doing that so he can still have control over them. Now, I will say, it's kind of interesting that they are just, bowing down and following him even after so long that this has been going on. So it's kind of interesting. They're like, oh, well, hey, maybe Dad's changed or maybe this has. So I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to continue. And then also at the same time, we see where even after D-Mac finds out that Tommy is his uncle and that JP is his father, which again he already knew that JP was his father, he just didn't know that Tommy was his uncle. Tommy follows him back to his area that he's been at, and then they start talking. He says, look, I was going to tell JP, but it's up to you, not to me. And he says, he says, you're the adult, you should be more responsible. He says, yeah. He says, I'll go. He says, but you're coming with me. So he's like, well, I ain't going to call you Uncle Tommy. I'll just call you Tom or whatever. He says, I don't know if that's going to stick. So they get in an attack. Obviously, it could be the Flynns that's doing this. And then as soon as this happened, J-Mac gets shot because he yells Uncle Tommy. And as soon as that happens, obviously, the first thing that came to my mind was when we heard Tariq always say, Uncle Tommy, Uncle Tommy, Uncle Tommy. And he brings him to the hospital, and the way it ends is that JP finds out that D-Mac is his son. He gets mad at Tommy. He says, look, I ain't got time for this crap right now. I just got to go see my son. And again, Tommy was trying to do the right thing, but again, at the same time, it bit him in the ass to where he wanted to talk to JP on his own time, but with JP doing what he did, really messed Tommy up on his decision if he was going to tell him, hey, D-Mac's your son. Same thing with telling D-Mac that, hey, I'm your uncle, and I already know that JP's your father. So, in the next episode, it's going to be all-out war. There's going to be a civil war between CBI. There is going to be a war between the Flynns and Tommy and even the Serbs. So it's going to be all-out war, and right now Tommy's just trying to get more protection. And at the same time, who is going to take over Dahlia, and who at the same time is going to run CBI at the end of the day. Next week is the season finale. You guys are going to feel all my thoughts on this. You're going to know all my doubts on the show. You're going to know all the positives of the show, the negatives of the show, favorite character, least favorite characters. You guys are going to know after I do my review next week. But what did you guys think about this episode? Hope you guys enjoyed. My mind's a little cloudy this morning. I do apologize if the review is not fully there. My allergies are bugging me, so I fully apologize. I'm in kind of a cloud right now. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the review. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I know I did. I'm loving Power Force. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.